So you're about to witness the mind-bending question. What if? Now you're going to see a lot, maybe one of your favorite movies or your favorite like storylines, but gets switched around. It gets changed. And it's different. So we're about to answer the question, what if? I was trying to be like that guy from the Twilight Zone.
Nice attempt.
But it didn't work.
Nice attempt. Nice Rod.
Yeah. Enjoy our
Rod Sterling impersonation.
Yeah. Enjoy our episode 1 review of What If? Here's the intro. Well, that was a terrible attempt. I tried to be Rod Sterling, but man, I tried. Anyways, welcome to another G's Television Reviews with Josh. And today we talked about Loki. Now we're gonna talk about the next Marvel show on our list. And we got a question for you guys if you're wondering. What if?
Oh my god.
And what if is this is a series about so each episode is different. So I didn't let you know this, Josh, but I made this decision, and I'm not gonna have a breakdown of theories and spoilers video for each episode. I'm gonna wait till the way end, of the series, because every episode's gonna have a different concept, so it's not gonna be the exact same thing. So
pretty much.
Yeah. So after the finale of after my finale review of What If, I will do a breakdown of theories then. So thank you guys for understanding. All right. So first episode, what do we got? So let's answer the question: what if Captain Carter were the first Avenger, or was it? Yeah, not Steve Rogers. What if Peggy got the serum and not Steve Rogers? So, during World War II, we all know the story. Steve Rogers is the first to become the world's first super soldier, but is wounded by a Hydra spy before he can even receive this super soldier serum. And Peggy kills the spy, and she gets the serum herself. And literally after she receives the serum, John Flynn, the SSR leader, bans her from combat, and he's very sexist. He makes some sexist comments, but that was bad. That was how the old days were, kids. That's what they did in the old days. We had a lot of sexism in the old days.
Yeah.
Which
I felt like it was kind of blatant the way some of his dialogue was so on the nose about it. No kidding, he's sexist. Wow, Good job, Bradley Whitford. You could tell Bradley Whitford was just like, here, I'm gonna be given these really sexist lines to read, and I'm gonna try to play them to the best of my ability, I guess.
You know,
given my skill, and I'm like, okay,
to be
just
honest,
sexism incarnate, cool.
to be honest, he didn't. I think he didn't really sound like Bradley Whitford. I thought you sounded too much like Tom Kenny to me.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, that was Bradley Whitford, though. I mean, I was hearing his voice, I was like, is that Bradley Whitford?
Yeah.
And he kept speaking. I was like, yeah, it's him.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's him.
Some of these episodes, some people are coming back to reprise their character that they played in the movies, and some aren't and are played by a different voice actor or actress, which we're gonna talk about later. But I kind of like that they went with this concept of what if Peggy Carter became the captain, and Steve Rogers, who we got to see more of him being skinny, and it's not terrible that he's skinny because he still could be useful. He gets the Hydra Stomper that Howard Stark makes, and people are like criticizing that it's like Hydra, but that's the other side. And Peggy's like, no, he's on our side. And Bucky's like, yeah, I think I'm friends with that guy.
Yeah. They were like, well, they're in this timeline, there's got to be some constants, right? So they were like, well,
you gotta at least let Steve do something.
Because they were like, well, I mean, at least, Steve and Bucky still have to be friends somehow. The whole Peggy Steve relationship still had to be a constant somehow, because that's, obvious. Yeah. It's just one decision that just kind of changed certain other things in the timeline.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was good. Josh, what you think? What'd you think of the concept of this episode and just how it was?
I mean, it was good. I thought it was an interesting way of kind of not necessarily introducing a Captain Britain-esque character, but like technically she is Captain Britain, even though she's referred to as Captain Carter.
Well,
and I thought it was a nice way of like kind of alluding to that.
Well, female version, female version.
Yeah, and I know there's a whole core of Captain Britons in the comics, kind of like how there's a Green Lantern Corps in DC. There's a Captain Britain Corps in Marvel.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah, introduce her. She's a Captain Britain. So I mean, that works. And I think it seems like it's a different. How do you put it? It's not necessarily a it's just a different timeline. You can tell because there's literally
it's an alternate timeline throughout.
There's no real consequences per se, because I mean she still kind of goes through the same isms as like the Captain America, as Steve Rogers did in the main timeline. She kind of goes through a similar path that ultimately lands her in the whole Avengers, because she's still considered the first Avenger, so that storyline still has to play out. So it's it's not a good timeline, it's not a bad timeline, it's just a timeline that's different. A really cool timeline where Steve gets Iron Man armor prototype, and fight tentacle monster. Big, yeah. So there's also a lot of tentacles in this for those of you who are watching. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because tentacles. I can't really say much else. Just gotta watch that part for yourself.
Yeah,
It comes out of nowhere. It's great.
yeah, you just gotta watch the episode to to
Yeah.
find out. Um yeah. So I want to talk about the actors because we do get some of the same. So actually Jeffrey Wright's not really well kind of introduces the episode just kind of in the beginning and the ending of this whole series. So Jeffrey Wright plays the Watcher, and also Haley Atwell back as Peggy Carter. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go. Hell yeah. We love her as Peggy Carter. And we're getting some like, what woman's right. You gotta fight for your right for woman's right.
Yeah, they got a little bit of head start on that. God, what is that thing? We Can Do It. Yeah, they got a little head start
Yeah,
on that.
they
That's
did.
great.
That was a good that was a good reference to that. Yeah, yeah. And so Steve Rogers is not voiced by Chris Evans in this. Instead, Skinny Steve Rogers, who yes, he is credited as Skinny Steve Rogers, it's voiced by Josh Keaton.
Interesting choice.
Yeah,
I find it's
that's what I said too. But he does sound like a lot like Chris Evans. I'm not.
he does a good job of at least trying to emulate
Does.
the vocal inflections.
He does redeem himself like the and what's interesting is he played Spider-Man in Spectacular Spider-Man, and it's interesting to hear him in this series as Steve Rogers. It's very, very interesting. And we get Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury, which is later in the episode, and we get Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye, back as Hawkeye. He's gonna be back again too in live action form for Hawkeye, which I think might be next. It might be Miss Marvel or Hawkeye next coming. I'm still not sure about that, but I know Hawkeye's coming in November. So I'm not sure on that, but we're not gonna talk about that. We got Stanley Tucci as Dr. Abraham Erskine, and we got Dominic Cooper as Howard Stark, and of course you said earlier Bradley Whitford as Colonel Flynn, and we got Ross Marquand as Red Skull. And guys, if you didn't know this, so Ross Marquand was not Red Skull first. He was only Red Skull for Infinity War and Endgames, or in the original. If you watched the first Avenger, Captain America: First Avenger, that was Hugo Weaving as Red Skull.
Ah, yes, the Elf King and eventually Megatron.
Right. Yeah.
I thought he was a decent choice for Megatron. I think Frank Welker's the goat, but Hugo Weaving is.
Yeah. I like Frank Welker. Yeah.
But anyway, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, and we got Neil McDonough as Dum Dum Dugan from the Howling Commandos.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. We got Sebastian Stan, of course, it's Bucky Barnes. And I've been hearing like Sebastian Stan got like a lot of like critical reception over its voice acting for this. And literally I had no problem with his voice acting. I thought he sounded great, like himself. There's nothing wrong. I don't know what that was about. And we got Toby Jones as Arnhem Zola. That brings up a question for me too. Are we going to see Arnhem Zola again in the future at the MCU, because I think he could make a return, like at some point. You know, you never know. Oh my god, it's so fun. One of your dogs just walk past.
Oh, you saw him, didn't you? Oh.
I noticed it. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but I pointed
Yeah,
it out.
he's going.
Oh my god,
Yeah, he's a little bugger, isn't he? Yeah.
he is. And that's it. We got Isaac Robinson Smith as Brick, but I don't know who that was. Probably a soldier or something like that. But I really enjoyed this episode, and Josh said he enjoyed it. And now we're gonna do Who Said That, which is a game I have for every Marvel series review. So Who Said That is Josh and I both have a quote from the MCU. Character has said it. We got to figure out which character and what movie it's from. And Josh, since this is a new series, won't you start, my good sir?
All right then. I will be fine. All right. You'll probably get this one. I think you'll probably get this one.
Maybe. I hope
And,
so.
all right. How many times have I told you not to fire them out in the open? And that's the quote. Here you go.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out who it is.
Thank you very much. That is the least I could do in terms of my acting.
It's okay. You didn't have to try for the acting, but
Whatever.
yeah. Let's see.
You think about it. I'll be waiting here.
Is it Colonel Phillips in First Avenger? Nope. Is it Wendy Lawson from Captain Marvel?
No.
I keep thinking it's something like it's like a person in charge, like of a group. Oh, that Nick Fury?
Nope.
No? Okay. I guess can't do
Maybe
that one.
It is tougher than wait.
Is it
You want me to give it to you? Do you want to
We'll give me a hint first.
Okay. We'll give you a hint. But then there's the problem. Which hint do I give you? Do I want to give you an easy hint, or do I want to give you one that's kind of like elusive? Oh, that's a tough one, huh? How about okay. This one might this is gonna be a pretty easy hint, I think.
Okay.
Think back to 2017.
Oh, I know. How stupid of me. Adrian Toomes for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh wow, there you go. Holy crap.
There we go. There we go.
All right. Yeah, I thought I'd pick a later one just because I think Michael, just from one of the later movies, number one and number two. I freaking love Michael Keaton so much.
Yeah, he's gonna come he's gonna come back in Morbius, and I think he'll come back as Vulture at some point because Vulture's still alive.
He's coming back as Batman in the Flash movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that.
That should be good.
Can't wait for that.
All right.
Oh, awesome. But anyway, you go now. Yeah.
Yeah. Officially, I'm not here at all. That was quite a performance.
Huh. Huh. Well, I might be brain dead for a second. I, I, I'm not sure I may or may not have the brain capacity to figure this one out. The mental stress and capacity to figure. Good Lord. Oh, man. Yeah. God, it sounds like something Nick Fury would say.
Good
Kind
guess,
of.
but it's not. It's not Nick Fury, so don't choose Nick Fury.
Man. Huh. Here, it was quite a performance. What? Why is it Baron? Is it Zemo?
It's not Zemo.
Huh. You just rattle off a bunch of characters that could have saved this in terms of like context and be like, oh, is it Thunderbolt Ross?
If I gave you a hint, it'd be too easy.
Really?
The hint.
Huh.
So
Really? I mean, I could just keep rattling them off. I don't know.
all right. I'll give it. Think back. Think back during the like. Think phase one. Think phase one
Okay.
MCU.
Phase one. That didn't make it that much easier. I mean, I can again. I'm still guessing by this point. It's not Obadiah Stane. It's not. It's not. How come I just forgot what Tommy Lee Jones's character's name was again? I forgot. Oh man. Gosh darn it.
It's not anyone from Iron Man. Don't.
God, it's not Peggy Carter. No, not Peggy Carter.
Yes.
Oh, it's Peggy
Good
Carter. Oh my
job.
God. Jesus.
Good job. I picked her because because this episode is focused on her, so why not?
The episode's focused on her, right? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Why not? Let's do it. Anyways, so usually there would be a punishment, but Josh and I, we both got our characters right, so there really isn't. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and that's it for episode 1. And next time for episode 2, we are gonna find out what if T'Challa became Star-Lord instead of Peter Quill, and that's gonna be our next episode of What If. Thank you guys again for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more questions and more, unidentifying, theories that you might have had, or you might have were thinking about, or just questions. Hit subscribe, hit the bell if you want to see new videos like this. If you want to check out our other reviews, description below, and share. And also, no spoilers for this episode, but we all know the story of Captain America: The First Avenger. Although it's Peggy Carter this time for this episode, so it's a little different. Anyways, I got Monster Work episode 8, which is, let's see, this is coming out. I'm gonna put this, it's so What If episodes will usually come out on Friday, but since both of us, we are late on like reviewing these, unfortunately. So this episode will come out Saturday for you guys. So basically the same day we're recording this. And episode 2 will come out Sunday, and also I got Free Guy review. That's Monday. I thought it was Sunday, but no, if I'm going to see Free, so I'm gonna be back late from the movies, and I think Joey's already gonna be like asleep by then, so I can't really do anything about that. And so we're gonna do Free Guy like after class. Oh, also I got that thing I had to do for company. I did not do yet. I might get an extension for that. And I also got we both got High School Musical Series season 1, episode 1, which will come out this week, and episode 2 will be out next week. And if you want to check out our reviews for season 2, link to that playlist in the description below too. Turner Hooch episode 4 review. We're gonna film both those episode reviews tomorrow, and those will come out this week. I'm sorry they're late. I didn't know what I was gonna do, and this happened suddenly. And yeah, don't forget to check out Josh's channel. Got Ghostbusters Afterlife. Go check that out, trailer 2.
Yep.
And you got a lot of other videos. You got Army of Dead coming. We both got Cloud coming as well. And also forgot to mention for me, go check out my Eternals reaction, which is my latest reaction.
Go check that trailer out, because holy crap.
I know.
I was like,
Jesus.
A lot of people are probably thinking, oh yeah, it's another superhero thing, but like there's something about that trailer that like it's definitely better than the first trailer we got, but holy crap.
I mean, we see a lot more than the first trailer, and I think we found out our villain for this movie in the trailer. I think we found our villain, and yeah. I
mean, it looks incredible. Like so there's some shots in that are like
this, you guys.
I could hang some of those shots on my wall.
This and they mentioned Thanos. Could Thanos like appear in this? Maybe.
Well, Thanos is technically an Eternal with the deviant gene, so technically it's highly likely that he will.
I mean, I don't know. That's just a theory that I have, like, you know, because they mentioned him in the trailer about like what happened, like with Snap and everything. It's like, why couldn't we help the Avengers? It's like we were told not to. You know.
Anyway, that's just the trailer. Go watch it. It actually, you know, you get a better sense of the story now. I think it should, you know.
You know what? I think we should review episode 2 next, but I'm gonna take a little break. But anyways, see you guys watching, and we'll see you next time. We'll see you future. Peace. And don't forget to rock on. Oh, and also, I don't know if you notice, you guys, if you read the news or watching the news, but we might get like a news surge, like variations of COVID, which we do not want. So if you want to make that stop, you know what you should do? You should go get your COVID shot and go get vaccinated, because we as a nation all need to get vaccinated. Get the Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson. They're all good. Just get vaccinated, please.
All at the same time, though.
Yeah.
We don't want to mix and match them.
You don't want, yeah.
Like, oh, you know what? Yes. It's like we whatever, but, you know.
Yeah, no.
We live in America. We're kind of, you know, we're Americans. You know.
Just get whatever. You know, just get whatever. get whatever they offer, you know. They're all good, you know. Although people might have different reactions. I don't know. We're not going to talk about it a lot because, you know, it's controversial and it's very complicated, you know. Yeah. Anyways, we'll see you guys for episode 2 of What If. See ya later. Bye.